virtual and augmented reality, and sensor networking. So these will be 4 state-of-the-art labs supported by the Air Force Research Lab, Boeing, and several other major companies like Raytheon and others, such that our students are trained and be exposed to the state-of-the-art technology. And the last A, the attrition, is of course focused on how do we minimize students dropping out, that pipeline that I talked about earlier, by providing a quality education, and encouraging our faculty to do better advising, and as students matriculate through the process, we're doing the right things to retain them, such that they graduate from the time they get there until the time they graduate. So the 3 A's, access, affordability, and attrition, that's our strategic approach for our college. Now, our overall goal is to create what we call the global engineer. And the global engineer has 3 traits: to be technically competent, okay, and demonstrate excellence; to have leadership skills, which include communication as well; and we're promoting that our students have a life or language experience outside of the U.S. That may be taking a foreign language, or even a study abroad experience. I had a fantastic opportunity this past May to travel with about 10 students to China.
I heard of that China. Why don't you say something about the impact that they had?
Obviously, one of the most incredible experiences of my life, but as well as the students. And this was a program out of the Research and Sponsored Programs Unit under Dr. Thompson, and Mr. Mark Brinkley is also coordinated that program. And so the goal was to expose TSU students to a cultural enrichment activity in a foreign country. And so we were hosted by a university over there in China. And so we visited, we spent a little more than 2 weeks over there in Shanghai, Beijing, as well as Hong Kong.
That must have been an experience, just the sight of
unbelievable, Dr. Haney. I mean, I just can't begin to express how eye-opening it was. A lot of students, spend most of their time in the same city or in the same state, and they very rarely get an opportunity to go outside the country. But our idea of the global engineer is not only you have the knowledge, skills, and abilities of your engineering discipline, but you have an appreciation, awareness that you can also compete with any other engineers across this globe. And so when I say global engineer, that's a person who can go anywhere in this world and be able to be technically competent, have outstanding leadership skills, and appreciate other cultures. That is the person that is marketable in today's and tomorrow's economy, and I believe that is the type of person that the U.S. needs to compete in order to graduate people for that STEM workforce.
And you still see the attrition, and I talk about this all the time, because I think that if we could get a handle on those students who are leaving before receiving a degree, I think that would really increase the number of students who are actually graduating, if,
I agree. Nationally, Dr. Haney, the graduation rate in college is only about 55%. In the state of Tennessee, it's the graduation rate, 6-year graduation rate, is only about maybe 52 or 53%. We've got to do better.
That's almost half of the students
so
that come in.
We're losing half the students, exactly. And so we as educational institutions have to be more accountable and do the things to try to have more graduates out and graduate with degrees.
We're coming to the end of this show for today, Dean, and let me thank you for all of that excellent information, but it's time to go. I think we've got about 20 seconds to go, but you gave us such valuable and such important information in reference to what is going on in Tennessee State University, as well as the status of minorities in science, engineering, math, and technology, and we certainly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And let me encourage our audience to tune in